to understand how he understood influence. He took the best of the Hebrews, and he realized that if he got the leadership to do what he was asking them to do, to bow down to this idol, which is ironic that God gave him that vision, and here he is in defiance, building this idol. He takes the very best of the land, brings them together for his purpose of creating influence over all the people. And what is absolutely astounding is how God uses the actions of these 3 Hebrew boys to influence all of the best of Babylon. Does anybody know how many Hebrews were taken captive? Does anybody ever looked that up? 70,000? I think it was in the tune of 3,000. Somebody needs to probably fact check me on that. But I remember when I looked this up, 3,000 people that all of a sudden, how many of these people that were in this area that Nebuchadnezzar was having everybody bow down to, how many of them were Hebrews? 3 of them. Not very many, 3 of them. And when I think of this story, I think if we come to this same state, how many of us are going to stand up for what we believe in? When all those around us are bowing down, how many of us will have the experience of these? Listen to what Daniel 3:24 through 25 says. After they were cast into the fiery furnace, Nebuchadnezzar was extremely irate. He's astonished. And he rose up in haste, and he spake, and he said to the counselors, this is Daniel 3:24, did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire? And he answered and said, true, O king. And he answered and said, lo, I see the 4 loose, walking in the midst of the fire. They have no hurt, and the form of them is like the 4th, like the Son of God. How did he know what the Son of God looked like? How did he even be able to recognize that? How did he even know that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were servants of the Most High God? They must have had a witness before this experience. Nebuchadnezzar must have known whom they truly served. Look at how fast Nebuchadnezzar changes his mind. You servants of the Most High God, come forth. He immediately recognized who they served, calls them forth, and look at how fast, 1 verse later, it changed the mind of the world's most dominant leader. Nebuchadnezzar spake, and he said, blessed be the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel, who delivered his servants, who trusted in him, who changed the king's words and yielded up their bodies that they might not serve and worship any god except their own. Here he is saying, blessed are these. Yet only a moment earlier, he was ready to end their life. Your influence for standing up for what is right can change the hearts of kings.